William devastated as Catherine's health deteriorates. The grand doors of Kensington Palace swung open, revealing a distraught Prince William, his usually stoic demeanor shattered. His eyes, red-rimmed and brimming with unshed tears, told a story of anguish and torment that gripped the very core of the royal family. As the world watched with bated breath, William took a deep, shuddering breath and addressed the gathered reporters, his voice wavering with emotion. I'm afraid I have some devastating news to share." The weight of his words hung heavy in the air, as the gathered crowd leaned in, bracing themselves for the unthinkable. But before we continue, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. My wife, Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, has fallen gravely ill. William paused, struggling to maintain his composure. She is in a critical condition, and the doctors are doing everything in their power to save her. Stunned silence blanketed the scene, broken only by the audible gasps of shock from the reporters. The news was nothing short of earth-shattering. The beloved Duchess, the picture of health and vitality, now hanging by a thread, her life in jeopardy. As William continued, the details of Catherine's dire situation began to emerge, each word a dagger to the hearts of the loyal subjects who had long admired the royal couple. It began with a seemingly minor illness, but it has rapidly progressed, leaving Catherine in a state of complete unresponsiveness. The doctors are baffled, and they fear the worst. The prince's anguish was palpable, his usually stoic demeanor crumbling under the weight of this unimaginable crisis. I don't know what to do. I feel so helpless, so powerless to save the woman I love." William's voice broke, and for a moment, the world caught a glimpse of the raw, unbridled emotions that threatened to consume him. The news spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves through the global community. Loyal subjects and public figures alike expressed their deepest condolences, offering prayers and well wishes for the Duchess's recovery. But as the hours turned to days, the gravity of the situation became increasingly clear. Catherine's condition was only worsening, and the prospect of a happy ending seemed to slip further and further away. In the shadows of the palace, William was consumed by a maelstrom of guilt and self-recrimination. He replayed every moment, every decision, searching for any clue, any misstep that could have prevented this calamity. "If only I had noticed the signs sooner," he would lament, his hands trembling with the weight of his anguish. The normally self-assured prince was reduced to a shadow of his former self, his world narrowing to the confines of Catherine's sick room, where he kept a constant vigil, refusing to leave her side. The once vibrant and radiant Duchess lay motionless, her usually rosy complexion now ashen, her shallow breaths the only indication that she still clung to life. As the days turned to weeks, the royal family rallied around William and Catherine, offering their unwavering support and prayers. But the prince's despair only deepened, as he watched helplessly as the love of his life slipped further and further away, the light in her eyes slowly fading. "I should have done more," he would whisper, his voice barely audible, the weight of his guilt crushing him with each passing moment. "I should have seen the signs. I should have acted sooner. Now, I may lose her forever." The world held its collective breath, waiting with bated anticipation for any glimmer of hope, any sign that Catherine would defy the odds and emerge from this harrowing ordeal. But as the days turned to weeks, and the weeks to months, the prognosis only grew grimmer, leaving William and the entire royal family in a state of utter despair.